Vladimir Tarasenko signs a 2-year deal with the Red Wings carrying a $4.75 million AAV. Showtime and Tarasenko are reunited in Detroit. How many points is this duo putting up next season? So if you're looking at the Red Wings and their perspective, you're probably looking at potentially a top line of DeBrincat with Larkin and Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane and DeBrincat played together in Chicago. I really think that chemistry is overlooked sometimes. And I know that they're trying to balance the roster in Detroit, but I think the Red Wings can put something really special together in their top 9. JT Compher, Andrew Kopp, Michael Rasmussen was a perfect line. That should be your third line. It's an energy third line. They can get under your skin. Good, balanced line. Rasmussen's got the size. Compher and Kopp can both play the center circle. Rasmussen can play the center circle. I think that's what you ride with if you're the Red Wings. Second line is where I think it's up for grabs. Lucas Raymond, you go for the long-term deal. He could be on a second line with Vladimir Tarasenko. And then that's where the conversation happens. Who's going to be the second line center for the Detroit Red Wings? That's why I make the hot take of going after Josh Norris. I think it makes so much sense. I think that's a situation where if you're talking about updated NHL free agent rankings, there is nobody that makes enough sense for the Red Wings to complement now the new addition in Tarasenko, who, as I was streaming for Bleacher Report here, that happens. But you can go a top line, as I said, of DeBrincat, Larkin, Kane. That's perfect. You get a center through a trade. Josh Norris would make a lot of sense. Michigan boy. Maybe it doesn't cost a lot. Maybe you include one of the defensemen in that trade, a draft pick or two, and then attach Justin Hall or Ben Sherratt, and then the cap evens itself up going the other way. That could be very interesting. Josh Norris's cap hit in Ottawa is $8 million combined. That could be a good swap going both ways. Get a couple draft picks in there. I think that works for both teams. Ottawa would be able to spread out their depth more. Again, even if it's a Sherratt, that could make some sense for Ottawa. I know Red Wings fans have been frustrated with their defense, including Sherratt, including Justin Hall. There's a perspective there, right? And I think that could be a fit for both teams. There are other centers out there that Detroit could target, but I think if there's one question up in the air, it's that second line center spot. And realistically, you could have one of Kopp or Compher as the second line center, and then the other one as the third line center. You could totally do that. But I love the idea of Rasmussen, Kopp, and Compher as your third line, Raymond and Tarasenko, the wingers on the second line, and then Kane with the DeBrincat with Larkin on the top. So get that second line center, and the Red Wings are laughing. So let's go over, and with in mind, the Tarasenko signing. And wow, as I'm also recording this, Robby Fabbri traded to the Ducks from the Red Wings. So we thought Robby Fabbri would get traded. That's what happens. And guys, I am putting Detroit from meh all the way. This sounds crazy, but I'm putting them to free agency winners with those two moves. I think the fact they're creating the cap space and they brought in Vladimir Tarasenko, I think they're going to go after a second line center. I think the Red Wings went from meh, potentially to losers, to winners with that Tarasenko signing and with what they have done. I still want more. I definitely still want more from the Red Wings, but with those two moves, maybe it's me going a little too crazy, but I do think that the Red Wings have changed the perspective for me with that Tarasenko signing, because for me, that was their last-ditch effort to make a mark in free agency. At the end of the day, if the Red Wings signed Tarasenko day one at that cap hit, along with keeping Patrick Kane, we of course call them winners, right? We of course call them winners. But I think the sense of lack of direction from Detroit and the fact that there was no signs that they were going to make that move, Steve Yzerman was sneaky in that.